Hey guys, this is SJ Football 16 here, and today I will be revealing my predictions for Week 1 of the Barclays Premier League season 2015 to 16. Firstly, I will be looking at the game between Manchester United and Tottenham Hotspur. I think the score is going to be 1-0 to Manchester United, and Daley Blind will score the winner. This is because I think that Manchester United have just a better squad than Tottenham Hotspur. However, both the teams are similar in terms of ability, but it's just on signings that Manchester United will edge the game on. Now, I'll be looking at AFC Bournemouth and Aston Villa. This is quite a difficult one because AFC Bournemouth have just been promoted to the Premier League. However, Aston Villa have just survived the division and have just been to the FA Cup final, losing 4-0 to Arsenal. I think the score is going to be a terrific 2-0 win for AFC Bournemouth, and Dan Gosling and Sylvain Distin will score the goals. This is because I think that Bournemouth have a very large squad with very good players and very good talent, but Aston Villa have recently lost Christian Benteke, which is a very big loss for them and for Tim Sherwood, and I don't think that they'll be able to do well against Bournemouth. Next, I'll be looking at the game between Everton and Watford. In this game, I think it will be very close because Watford have just been promoted to the Premier League, but also Everton finished mid-table last season. I think Everton will only just win against Watford with Romelu Lukaku and Darren Gibson scoring for them, and Fabrini scoring for Watford. This is because I think that Everton have a better squad on paper, but also Watford are also quite a good squad with massive talent, and they can do well against them, but maybe just miss out on beating them. Next, I'll be looking at Leicester City and Sunderland. This will be quite a close one because both the teams are similar in terms of ability, and Leicester you would think would win, but however, I said that Sunderland will beat Leicester this time 2-1, with Colin Wickham scoring 2 goals for them and Schlupp scoring for Leicester City. This is because Sunderland, they actually have really good talent in their squad, and Leicester, they only just managed to survive last season. Although they did very well, I think Sunderland will probably only just edge it. Next, I'll be looking at Norwich City and Crystal Palace. Although Crystal Palace had a terrific season last season, judging that they were in the relegation zone for halfway through the season, I think that, and also Norwich City have only just been promoted. I think the score is going to be 0-0 with a good return for Norwich City and Alex Neil. This is because I think that Norwich City have very good talent in their squad, judging that they've only just been promoted, and Crystal Palace have also got very good talent in their squad. However, as Norwich City will have very good home support for the first game, it might affect the way Crystal Palace play. Next, I'll be looking at the late kickoff on Saturday between Chelsea and Swansea City. I think the final score will be 2-1 to Chelsea, because Swansea have a very good squad, although I hate them as a Cardiff fan. But also, Chelsea, they'll probably have a very good season again in probably arguably the best squad in the division, and I think that Ramirez and Oscar will score for them, and Adair the new signing for Swansea, will score for them. As the next game we'll be looking at is Arsenal-West Ham. I think the score in that is going to be 1-0 to Arsenal. This is because I think that West Ham, with a new manager, will probably do quite well against Arsenal, and they have a very good squad with the likes of Sacco up front and Zarate. Also, their defence is very organised and their midfield. However, as Arsenal are seen to be better than them for a long, long time, I think it will be very hard for West Ham to get past them. Next, I'll be looking at Newcastle United and Southampton. This is quite difficult because Newcastle have recently appointed Steve McLaren as their manager, and Southampton didn't have a very good end to last season. I actually think, even though it may sound weird, that Newcastle will end up beating Southampton. This is because with a new manager, the squad usually ends up doing well, and Southampton I don't think will be able to do much as they didn't have a good end to last season. Finally, I'll be looking at West Brom and Manchester City. I actually think this is going to end in a 0-0 draw because Tony Pulis is a good manager, managing a good squad with the likes of Berahino up front, with Brown a day, and also Manchester City don't have a great away record, and they didn't have a great end to last season. This has been it from SJ Football 60. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and peace.